live stream. Subscribe.
Anna, is your sister or mom here?
Both. Sarah's my sister, though.
That's what I was asking, but okay.
High school got a lot of people. Yep. All right, we're going to go ahead and begin, even though we've got lots of bells ringing here. I would like to welcome you to our annual awards assembly for the high school. We do this every year to honor these amazing students that we get the privilege of teaching. And they have done an amazing job this year. I'm just so impressed. I wasn't teaching and ended up teaching English the last semester, and these kids are amazing. So I'm going to begin with prayer and then we will start. Dear Father, I just want to thank you for each student, each family that's represented here. I want to thank you for the amazing gifts that you have blessed these students with, and thank you for our teachers that have worked with them. We just ask you to be with us and join us now as we honor these students. Is Michaela here?
Yes, I'm here.
Not Michaela. McKenna?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, McKenna. I never saw your name. McKenna, we're going to start with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to start with...
1 second.
Okay.
Get you highlighted.
Wait, do you have your video on?
No, I'm on my phone again today.
Oh, okay,
You
go
can't
ahead.
highlight McKenna.
Oh, geez. Okay, so I'm going to start out with Grace. She gets the Dedicated Artist Award because no matter what we did, she always tried her best. Next up, we have Carice, and I'm going to give her the Excellence in Photography Award. And Lexi gets the Talented Photographer Award. And Ava, the Hard Worker Award. Oh my goodness. In yearbook, she always shows up, even to the optional classes. She gets her work done. She does a lot more than she needs to. She's just such a joy to have in class. And then next up we have Sam, and I'm going to give him the Journalist of the Year award. His work is just super exceptional and it's very impressive. And Brody, we have Excellence in Photography award again. Very talented. And scrolling down, we have Jaden. So he gets 2 awards. The first one is the Unpaid Personal Assistant Award because he's out with so many things. Like when it comes down to technology, to just everyday stuff, he's just great for that. And I'm also getting the Good Friend Award. And then Jesus, I'm going to give him the Admirable Student Award. And then I think somebody's unmuted. Okay, and then Isaac gets the Coolest Hat Award. And Cassie gets the Christian Character Award. And then Anna, we have the Kind Hearted Award. Haley also gets the Good Friend Award. And Robert gets the Philosopher Award. Okay, and I think that's all for me. Thank you all so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, McKenna. And after each teacher, we will give those students a hand. To the next one. Okay. Mrs. Sutton.
Oh, okay. I was expecting to go last because my last name is S. Sutton.
Well, you were on my list next. Do you want to go last?
I can do it. I've got it. Yes. Oh my goodness. As always, I mean, since I've started working here at Sycamore, I have no complaints. I love each and every one of my students. They've made it such a joy to teach. This year I taught Algebra 1 and Geometry. So I have 7 categories. I have the first one being most punctual. I have that for Robin Schaefer, David Hernandez, and Trinity Cheeseman. And then I have the second category is most improved. I had given that award to Hannah Reed. She has come a long way. She used to be so shy. She's come out of her shell, and I am so blessed to have her in class, for her to talk to me and interact in class. I'm just so proud of her. Next one is most friendly. I had given that one to Claire Bai. It's such a joy. I look forward to coming to class because at the end of each class, when she leaves my class, she'll say, "Bye, Mrs. Sutton, have a great day," or something like that. She never fails. She always wishes me a good day. Curiosity Award goes to Jacob Bogdanovic. And I mean, when he doesn't understand something, he makes sure to ask and find out. And very good grade. Good job, Jacob. Social Consciousness Award, I gave that one to Eliana Elaser because she's always looking out for her classmate, making sure that I won't mark anybody absent or tardy when she knows who's going to be late and whatnot, or who's going to be absent. And last 2 categories. Collaboration Award goes to Robin Schaefer, David Hernandez, Elizabeth Helgegans. I get tongue twist with saying her last name. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. But and then Jay McCoy also. When I need to step away for a minute, I can always count on them to confidently lead the class. So thank you, guys. Last one is, but not least, is the category of Perseverance Award, and I gave that to Dania Kahar. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. Okay, and next is Mr. Hanson.
So this is my first year teaching at Sycamore, so I did not understand. We're just reading our lists, and I made a whole presentation. So I'm going to share a presentation. So I was teaching social media management, Adobe Suite, and English 1 this year. And so my awards for our social media management most improved student award goes to James. So James is our most improved student for social media management. Very proud of you and the hard work that you've put into that class. Keep putting in more work. You can definitely continue to grow your skills. Next up, I have the Natural Designer Award for social media. And this award goes to a student who you can give them any kind of prompt or any kind of suggestion for a project, and they just take it to the next level. And I'm very impressed with just the natural eye that this person has for colors, for theory, for the design, and for photography as well. So this student that got Natural Designer Award is Harley. Harley really impressed me this year in social media management. Continue to design. I look forward to seeing what you create in your social media accounts, and then maybe one day as a job as well. You definitely have the talent for it. All right, for Adobe class, I have the Editing Whiz Award. A lot of Adobe is sitting at a computer and working with software and learning tips and tricks and the ins and the outs of the program. And I had one student that was just really fascinated with the process and wanted to always know more about what they could do and how they could improve in their editing skills. And the student that got Editing Whiz Award was Alex. So very impressed with Alex. Continue your editing journey. It is a lot of computer hours and a lot of late nights, definitely when you're editing. All right, into my English 1 class. We had a busy year in English, and I had one student that was just always trying to get better throughout the semesters and was very impressed with her overall work in the class. And so my most improved, or the improvement award, goes to Trinity. Trinity is a hard worker in my class and a great student to have each day. All right, our most creative headphones award. I had one student who, when I would wake up early in the morning for class and everybody would be trying to get ready for their first class of the day, for some of them, I had one student who I looked over one morning and I saw cat ears. And I thought, where did the cat ears come from? So I had my most creative headphone award goes to Michaela. Michaela came to class with her kitten headphones one day, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. A little bit of personality added to the Zoom environment. So I was very impressed with Michaela's headphones. All right, I'm afraid I'm going to start a war in my class. I probably should not have made this an award, but this is our Breaking the Ice award for a student who always had such creative responses to our icebreaker questions. Somebody who may seem quiet on the outside, but if you give them an opportunity to answer a prompt, they had a lot of things to say, and I was never unimpressed with a single response from this student. And our Breaking the Ice award goes to Ava. Ava is definitely a powerhouse in the class. She may not say so all the time, but she can definitely type so. All right, our Sunshine Award. I always had one student, no matter how their day was going or what they were doing, that was always happy, excited, maybe talking more than they were supposed to, but I think that's a blessing, not a curse. So our Sunshine Award goes to Adriana or Audrey. Adriana is my Sunshine Award for English class. Small but mighty. I had one student who is a very gifted writer, and they didn't realize just how gifted they were until they started putting their gifts to use in English class with our short story writing. And I was very impressed with this person's short story writing, and that award goes to Addison Perez. All right, my Bookworm Award, somebody who was well read and continued to look for new material to add to their reading list. And my Bookworm Award this year goes to Raya. Our Historian Award, we studied Animal Farm second semester in English class, and I had one student in my class, if I mispronounced any names or historical places, I would glance over in the chat and there would be long paragraphs explaining the historical context of the story and all of the historical events that led up to the writing of Animal Farm. And I was so impressed with the vast knowledge that this student possessed. And I hope that they continue their education and really dive deeper into history. So my historian award goes to Jaden. Our after hours award, I always told my students, you can email me and I would be happy to meet with you in Zoom outside of class to work on any assignments that you don't understand or you need extra help with. And I had one student who met with me several times in Zoom outside of class and really took advantage of that to work hard in their class and really boost their grade. So our after hours award goes to V. V is a hard worker and very impressed with his dedication, even outside of our given class period, to put in some extra work in his studies. Our Busy Bee Award, very rarely do I have a parent-teacher conference where the parent is asking me, how do I encourage my student to not study quite so much, to enjoy their life and get out there and use some of their free time? So I have one student who is my busy bee. I will get emails asking questions, always working on homework and working ahead in the class. Very impressed with this student. Her drive is just very admirable, and that student is Eden. All right, Can't Learn Enough Award. I had one student in my class who was with us for first semester and then left for second semester. And then one day I saw them in class again and I thought, oh, they must just be stopping by, and then they stuck around. And I asked the student, what are you doing in my English class? I thought you switched classes. And she said, well, I like English so much that I'm taking 2 freshman English classes back to back. And I couldn't believe that somebody would volunteer to take 2 Englishes in a row. So my I Can't Learn Enough award goes to Emily Ortiz. And that is all of my awards for my classes.
Matthew, unfortunately, you've set the standard pretty high, but teachers, you do not have to do a presentation. Okay, and now Donna.
You're muted.
There
Sorry.
you go.
Elena Melton is my student, and I want to give her an award for showing a really good improvement in her English and history. She is doing, and she's really doing well in her biology. I think she thinks that may be something she's going to pursue because she has great interest in biology and does really well in that too. And I like to call Elena Miss Congeniality because she's so pleasant every day, just real pleasant to deal with.
Hey, thank you. Good job, Elena. Mr. Hidalgo.
Good afternoon. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. I think that we have a big challenge now since Mr. Hanson just raised the bar. And I think that we can get a few tips for next year. This is one of the most important moments and events in Sycamore. We give very individualized type of assessment. We look at your students, each one of them, and we remember almost everything. So if you want to keep your kids always close to your teachers, this is the place to be. I'm going to be reading some of my students, actually all of those that I have given an award. I'm going to start with the lower grades. Nicole Age. I gave her the Future Writer Award in the creative writing class. I'm going to go a little bit fast because I have 45 students here. Raya, Robinson. He has the prodigy. I'm emphasizing this because I have never seen a writer like her. Prodigy Creative Writing Award. Claire Bay, Good Work Ethic and Overall Pleasant Student Award in the class of World History. Jacob, I cannot pronounce that last name very well, so I'm going to avoid. There's only one Jacob, I think it is. So this is the Astute Learner Award in the World History class. Selena, the Circumspect Learner Award. And Eliana, she is the Historical Interpreted per Excellence. You should have seen some of her interpretation of history. And in the class of Academic Success, she got the Most Improved Award. Samantha, a Pleasant Student Award for the class in World History. Sam, who just arrived a little bit late, but not too late not to know him. I gave him an Excellent Student Award because he is an excellent student. Shelley, Promising Scholar Award in the class of World History. Katie changed class recently or relatively recently, but I still have to give her the Outstanding Student Award. Actually, she stayed also in the Academic Success, so I'm giving it through that class. Okay, and Liz, I have many favorite students. Every time that I think about Liz, that's the word that comes to my mind. Genius Award. I never had come up with this award before. There's a reason for that. Now, Poetry Award in Creative Writing. You should have read her poems. Diligent Award in the class Academic Success. And Brody, I had him in geography last year, and this is the type of student that is very quiet, but he's always so up to the point. And you can ask him a question anytime, and he will give you the right answer anytime too. He is the Dependable and Knowledgeable Student Award. Isaiah Hendrickson, Participatory and Sympathetic Student Award in the class on World History. And David Hernandez, these Hernandez kids, they're awesome. Eager and Well-Rounded Student Award in the class on World History. And Laia Hernandez too, Perceptive and Ambitious Student Award in the class of World History. George is surprising. Every time I ask him a question, that's why I gave him the Starling and Questioner Student Award. Dania, the Gracious Student Award. Okay. Isaiah Valles, Hard Worker Student Award in the class of Academic Success. And Jaden, oh man, Jaden, you cannot forget about him. Remarkable Learner Student Award in the class of World History. And the class, actually, I also have supposed to be Academic Success Super Student Award. I need to change that. Okay, continuing. Okay. Lucas Marrero. I got him last year, the first time. He stayed with me in a few classes for personal finance, and I had to give him the award of Finance Student Award. Ryan, how can I forget about Ryan? Outstanding and Most Improved Student Award in Academic Success. And Caitlin, I'm not sure if she's here present. She left our class, our classes sometime this semester, but I had to give her this Outstanding Student Award. And let me see if I continue here. Casey Alexander in the English class, awesome student, Outstanding Student Award. Kimberly Arias, excellent student award. Very much like Lori mentioned, these 12th graders for English class, they were really good. Harley, excellent student award. She can handle so many things. And Isaiah, I cannot pronounce that last name. Enthusiastic student award in the English class. Angelina Castillo, she belonged to that trio of genius student, excellent student award. Matthew Chong in the class of academic success, promising student award. Malachi in the English class, I gave him the good surprising student award. And he always surprised me with his answers. And Amberly Gonzalez, the promising student award. And Haley, I had to call her the polymath student award in English. And Aiden, the good writer student award, surprised you with his writing. And Ariana, you have one of those students in each grade that is just super outstanding, that there's not enough award for her. So I call her the finest student award. And Elizabeth, really, not very behind, excellent student award. And Ella, excellent student award too. And Ethan, most improved student award. And CJ, promising student award. And I think that that's it. Wait. I have also, Che, the most persistent, these are from China, student award. Annie, in China, Annie is the finest student award. And Carr, the steady student award. And Jingxian, most improved student award. And I think that that's it.
Miss Laura, you're muted.
Before Mrs. Vargas goes, I would like to give Heather Dixon the opportunity.
I can do it.
Hi, I'm Miss Dixon. You haven't, most of you probably haven't met me. I teach in the elementary section, but I wanted to take the opportunity to brag a little bit about Robert Lucas. I've had the unique privilege of being his teacher when he was in 5th through 9th grade. When he was going, he went to the same school I was teaching at. And I wanted to present him with an award. I'm not sure if he's here today, but this gives me a good chance to brag about him to all his classmates. So I wanted to give him the Persistent Scholar Award because he's one of the hardest working students I've ever known. When he started at the school where I was at, he was a little bit behind. His last school hadn't, anyways, and he worked so hard to get caught up with his classmates. And every day, he would always have a question for me, like, how do I do this? Or can you help me with this? And Robert, you're going to go so far with that attitude and with that hustle. And I'm so proud of you as you're graduating this year. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dixon.
Thank you.
And let's go back to Mrs. Vargas.
Hola y felicidades a todos. Hello and congratulations to all. I want to thank all my Spanish students for an awesome semester. And I would like to mention the awards for those that stand out in my classes. Spanish 1, that was an awesome class. I always look forward to meet with them. First, we have Trinity with active participation, Brody, most diligent, Carice, most dependable, Audrey, extraordinary effort, and Jonas, awesome attitude. Jonas, I think is in 8th grade, right? But
yeah.
Okay. Spanish 2, this was the early morning class. It was at 7:45 and they did great being on time all the time. So I want to recognize Ariana for outstanding achievement. And in the afternoon Spanish 2 class, Ethan, most responsible, Ryan R, as I used to call him, most improved, and Isaiah Valles, courageous. Thank you all and God bless you.
Thank you, Mrs. Vargas. Mrs. Watson? Dr. Watson?
Hi. Hi, Lori. Hi, everybody. Congratulations to all. I think everybody deserves an award because this is just an awesome school and the kids are just so awesome, so polite. If I could give a polite award to everybody, I would give it to everybody because everybody's so polite, and I congratulate the parents for that. I'm gonna start with biology class. And it would be Claire. She's my sunshine award because she's always smiling. She really makes my day. She's a very positive person. I have Samantha for Busy Bee award because I know she's very busy in school and out of school. Ashley, she's a teacher's helper from day one. I didn't know a lot about how to work with the Zoom and all that, and Ashley helped me, so she's my helper. Elizabeth will have to have the excellent award because she was excellent in everything. She was always there on time, her camera on, and her grades 100. She got 100, so she's my excellence. Brody has to be most diligent award. He's very diligent in all his work. I have Eli Henry. I have him as pleasant and respectful award. Elijah Hernandez, I have him for most compassionate and also politeness award because he's extremely polite. So he got that award, and so did his brother, David Hernandez. He has the politeness award and the creativity award because he was very creative in my class. So Gisela has the consistency award. I have Jacob as critical thinker award. Isaiah, the first to turn in work award. Avery, best reader. She reads really good. I wish I could read like her. Shelly, top presenter award. George, leadership award. And now I'm going to move on to aquatic science. I don't know if that's how we're doing this, but Maddie was improvement award. Cesus was most diligent. Elizabeth, excellence, and Babin's leadership award. And for my anatomy class, Ella is the excellence award. Isaac, focus learner. Aiden, first to turn in work. Matthew is the critical thinker. Harley, best reader for that class. Kim is the busy bee inside and outside of school. Cesus, most diligent, and Peter, pleasant and respectful award. Thank you so much, students, for all that you do and for being so nice and kind to me. I really appreciate all of you, and I'm going to miss my 12th grade students. I hope y'all have a really good life and all that you do. I know y'all are all going to be very successful, so congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, Mrs. Pettibone.
So I taught German 1 this year, and I had the best class of all. I was very thankful for Kaylin in my class. She had an expertise in another world language, so we could compare grammar concepts and other things between different languages. Today, I want to especially recognize Katie with an Excellence in German award, especially in German conversation. So Katie loves to talk in German and has helped to bring stories and cultural backgrounds to a German class. I'm very thankful for that. The second award I want to give out today goes to Casey. She also gets the award for excellence in German, and she's my most studious student. So Casey has put the concept of engaging with the language outside the classroom and into her daily life, into action. And her language learning journey has just amazed me throughout the whole school year. I'm sad that I will not have her in my classroom next year, but I know she will do very well, and I just can't wait to hear what the Lord has in store for her in the future. Thank you.
Mrs. Martin.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me okay? Can everyone hear me all right?
We can hear you, Mrs. Martin.
Yes.
Okay, oh, excellent. I was having some technical problems early on, so I wanted to make sure that you could hear me. I have a few awards here to give this afternoon. I'm just so happy to have had a chance to be with these students this year. They're a delight. They're just the delight of my day, and I look forward to seeing them each morning. For my English 1 class, 9th grade, Ethan gets the Perseverance Award. Ethan was really hanging in there when we were doing some research writing, and you know that can be challenging, but Ethan persevered, and he was determined that he was going to keep going, and he was going to be victorious. Chloe gets the Steady Worker Award. Chloe just keeps plugging along in class each day, just looking forward to the next step in doing her work. And I really appreciated that very much. Samuel gets the Fact Checker Award. Anything that I might say that was research-based or that would help them with their writing, it was Samuel who would say, well, now I don't know about that. I'll have to look into that a little bit and see if that's really true. So Samuel was my fact checker. Lexi gets the Kind Classmate Award. Lexi was a little more quiet in class, but always so kind with everyone and responded kindly. And that just made a really big impression on me. Hannah is my conscientious attender. She gets the Conscientious Attendance Award. Hannah was careful to be in class, and she didn't say a whole lot in class, but she was very conscientious and quietly positive, listening carefully to everything that was going on in class. So she gets the Conscientious Attendance Award. Robin gets my Cheerful Supporter Award. Robin has the right name. She is just delightful, and she's cheerful. She's helpful all the time, and it's consistent with her cheerfulness. And I have really been blessed by that. Jonathan gets the Awesome Attitude Award. Jonathan is not a complainer. Jonathan goes along. If he has questions, he's not complaining. He's just asking those questions. And he has the best attitude, even when the work is challenging. For my English 2 class, I don't think Claire is here. I think she left yesterday to go home. But Claire gets the Kind Heart Award and the Enthusiastic Learner Award. Claire is one of the kindest people I think that I have ever met. She's always polite. She's always kind. She's enthusiastic about her work. She asks questions to make sure that she's getting it just right. And I've really appreciated that with Claire. Then we have two brothers. I've had them before in class, and I was just thrilled when I got to have them in class again. David and Elijah Hernandez. David gets my Enthusiastic Learner Award. David just goes after it. There is nothing, he's fearless when it comes to those writing assignments. He's just going after it. And so enthusiastic and avid. I love his energy. Elijah gets my Consistent Participation Award. Whenever I've called on anybody to read or help me read or to clarify something, Elijah is right there. And he is there waiting to come through and to help us. George gets the Rising Star Award. George is a little quiet, but still waters run deep. And I have seen George really improve and really blossom during this class. So he gets the Rising Star Award. Juba, I'm giving the Notable Effort Award, but he's also, there should be an award for the most calm and unflappable person. Juba is cool, calm, and collected. He doesn't get too worried about anything. He's right there, and his effort is really, he puts forth that effort, and it's really noticeable. I've appreciated that in him. I had one 12th grader this year. She stayed right with me, and that's Haley. And I have to give Haley, she did creative writing with me, but she also did English 4 at the same time. So it was kind of a dual class that she was working with. And Haley gets the Assiduous Student Award. She was the first person that I engaged with each morning, and it was just a delight. We had the best time through 2 major works that we read together. And we did a ton of writing together, and it was just really enjoyable. And Haley is just, she is a scholar from the word go. So she gets the Assiduous Student Award. And those are all the ones that I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Martin. And Miss Crystal?
Okay, I joined Sycamore in December, and I got to work with several students who were just coming in or needing to catch up on, some classwork. So I have my history class, my world history class. I just had 6 students in there, and then a few of the kids that I got to work with. So my first award is for Janelle Gamajo. She comes from Dallas, and she just has 2 classes here, but she's in history class, and she always has a smile. She always brings a smile to us on our faces when she is in class. So I appreciate having her in there. She's lots of fun. And then my second award is for Katie Harmon, and she gets my Excellent Substitute Teacher Award. So when I have other things that I'm trying to do as well, and here she jumps right in and is able to keep the class going and help anyone with questions. And also, she is fantastic at doing accents. So whenever in history class we're reading about somebody from England or Germany or Russian, she will give it her best shot at reading it in that accent from that country. And I enjoy that. My next one is for Eli Henry, And I am giving him a Persistent Learner Award because he's had several things going on during class. When we were working, his dog got attacked by some other dogs, and he was still took care of his dog throughout the rest of class times throughout the rest of the month, while still taking care of his dog. And he made sure to communicate with me and try to keep up with his work. And I really appreciate him being persistent in wanting to get his work done. And my next one is for Tyler Hensel. He gets the Great Communicator Award. I can always count on him to answer my questions or help find someone else who maybe have forgotten to come to class. He will get in contact with them and make sure they come to class. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Tyler. And then my next one is for Juba. And I love when he reads in class. He gets the best reading voice. And like Miss Marquez said, he's just unflappable. He's calm, and he just has a great presentation when he speaks up in class. I really enjoy that. And then my last student in there is Joy Wolford, and she gets my Self-Starter Award because she came in late, and I expected her to have to be reminded to get the back work done. And I looked at the grade book, and she was already completely caught up with where we were. So she gets the Self-Starter Award. Then the kids that I've had a chance to work with Stephen, I have thoroughly enjoyed working with Stephen. He's in the 7th grade class, but I have so much fun doing history with him and English, and he's just pleasant and so much fun. I appreciate every student that has made working here such a joy. And my last one is an Ingenuity Award for Erin Henry. I was working with her in some, forget which class, back work, but she could not get her microphone to work. So I read questions, and then she would type up in the chat so she could hear me, but I couldn't hear her. But she was able to get it worked out so we could get some of her lessons done, and I admire that. So that's all of my awards for today.
Ms.
Thank you,
Crystal. And Mrs. Boyd.
Hello. Most of my students are in the lower elementary, so I do have had the opportunity to work with you high school students, and I want to recognize Ryan. I've had the chance to work with him this semester in math, and I want to give him the Most Motivated Award because every time he comes in, he's always ready to go. Even though sometimes, we don't get the response right away or whatever, he keeps going at it. He doesn't give up. So I'd like to recognize that about him. He's very persistent and getting the work done. So every time that he finishes something, he's just like, yeah. So it's like always just super, super motivated, ready to go on to the next and next and next. So I want to thank Ryan for giving me the opportunity to be with him this semester and help him out.
Yeah. Mrs. Boyd. Thank you, Ryan. Mrs. Elliser.
Hello, everybody. I am teaching for this school year. I'm teaching speech, music, and I team teach chemistry, but I'll give the awards for chemistry to Miss Bonnie. Let me start with speech. I give Grace the Best Smile Award. Anytime she starts talking on screen, she has that nice smile on her face. I know they all get scared. Sometimes on the chat, they say speech is the scariest class or something, because you have to put yourself out there. But Grace has that smile in her face every time she talks. My next award would be to Chloe. I'm giving her the Innovation Award. Chloe is a very silent, shy type student, but once she records her presentation, you would see so many effects, technological effects on how she tells her story. There's musical background. Her videos are amazing. So I give her the Innovation Award. To Isaac, I give the Radio Announcer Award. He has that nice, cool baritone voice when he talks. If he gets rid of the vocal fry, it's perfect. I give him the Radio Announcer Award. I don't know if all of you understand vocal fry, but in speech, we are trying to help them to speak in a well-modulated voice that is supported by enough air and breath and not go down to this unsupported voice, which I never realized that when I was in the Philippines, I never talked with vocal fry. And then when my children got older, and then they started talking with friends, and I ended up starting to talk with vocal fry. And sometimes it's the end of the sentence where you go, But, well, we're trying to get rid of that in speech, and they're working hard for that one. To Jaden Moncayo, I give him the Hard Worker Award. He is in the Philippines, and to get to our class, he has to be up late at night. So I give him the Hard Worker Award. To V, I give the Braveness Award. He was one of my students who didn't want to smile at the camera, but hey, he can smile now. To Emily, I give the Smiling Eyes Award. You could always see her eyes. It's nice and sparkly. And in singing, that's why I always tell my choir and my girls, your eyes should always be sparkly and nice. There's emotion that goes through your eyes, and it should be seen. Okay, now I have some vocal fry at the end of my sentences. I have to do better. Okay, for James, I give the Vocal Modulation Award. I think I haven't ever heard James talk with vocal fry. So keep it up, James. For George, I give the Confidence Award. He's there, he's ready to talk, and he's very confident with the way he delivers his speech and the way he talks. Raya, I give the Most Expressive Award. We are learning how to put inflection into the way we talk, and Raya is very expressive. To Jonathan, I give the Heart Award. For our finals in speech, we are talking about something that's dear to our heart, and I think he has dug deep. I give the Heart Award to you, Jonathan. To Lily, I give the Words with Grace Award. She is soft-spoken and very gentle in her speech. And Eliana, I give the Speech Rhythm Award. At first, when we started our class, she would talk really fast. And so we needed to pull that back a bit so you have a good rhythm when you're talking so people could understand you better. And she has done that. Let me go to music. For music appreciation, I give Isaac the Determination Award. He really works hard and tries to get things done. To Aiden, I give the Piano Guy Award. We had a project where they had to compose a simple melody, just a 5-finger melody for 8 measures. And he gives me a really complicated piece on the piano. So he's our piano guy. For Ariana, I give the Presenter Award. All her presentations are really interesting. She works really hard on her slides, and she's very articulate when she presents. To Ava, I give the Diligence Award. I know she tries to catch up with his sister. Hey, Ava, you're doing awesome. Ava was actually the first one in my music class, and then Ariana got interested, and Ariana joined because of Ava. So hey, Ava, kudos to you. For ukulele, I give Susie the Go-Getter Award. She just joined us the second semester, and she is going. She's trying to go as far as she can in the curriculum. And Eliana, I give her the Excellence in Music Award. She finished all the curriculum that I prepared for ukulele and is going beyond that. And Jesus, I give the Determination Award. Now, you know, there's different sizes of ukuleles. You have the soprano ukulele, that's the smallest. And Jesus has that. He has bigger fingers than me. I have the tenor ukulele. So I have the third size. It's the third biggest. But Jesus started playing the ukulele on a soprano ukulele, the smallest. He has bigger fingers than me. That means it's harder to make all your fingers fit into those tiny frets. But he worked on it. He got it. He can play the ukulele now. Determination Award to Jesus. To Shelly, she joined me just for the first semester. I give her the Positive Attitude Award. I also would like to give the Great Improvement Award to Eliana for, in her class, computers and mobile devices. She worked hard to learn more about the computers and to create spreadsheets and charts and graphs and other things using the computer. And that's all.
Thank you, Miss Catherine. Okay, Mrs. Renee.
Hello, precious ones. I'm so glad to be here with y'all today. These are just a very few awards. You know that I think that you are each and every one precious and adored, and it's been an honor to teach you all. Some of y'all for 4 years, I can't even believe it, my precious seniors, but I'll talk more to y'all tomorrow. Okay, but here are my awards. So Lexi Martinez, I gave her the Best Ambiance Award because her background, everything was floral and lit. It was beautiful. I was glad just to have her in the class. Sam, I gave him the Eager and Engaged Student Award. Elijah Woods, the Easy Conversationalist Award. I love listening to Elijah's comments in Bible. Susie, the Miss Have It Together. That girl had her act together, and I'd love to see somebody that's got it together, especially when in my own life sometimes I feel like I'm falling apart. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Okay, here we go. Lucas Marrero, Go the Extra Mile Award. I really ought to give Lucas the Go to Bed Award because every time I text in the middle of the night, email in the middle of the night, Lucas responds when he ought to be in bed. We shall move forward. So Madeline gets the Miss Dependable Award. Annie, the All Around Outstanding Person Award. Amberly Gonzalez, the Exceptional Reader Award. Michaela Tuhunot, I'm sorry if I said it wrong, Michaela, but you know you were in my heart and I love you. The Go the Extra Mile Award and the Passionate About Politics Award. In my government economics class, one of the things we explored were the political parties, and we went through different subject matters, and we looked at both the two majority political parties' perspective of that, and Michaela volunteered to present one side of that on every single issue. And she did a fabulous job. What a blessing. Stephen White gets the Tech Guru Award. I'd have some trouble and he'd send me a little link. This is what you need to do. Or why don't you send me those videos and I'll show him because he knew his computer would run faster than mine. And then CJ White, the Heart of Gold Award. I did not know how precious CJ White's heart was until we were in DC and I could just talk to him. It's wonderful. Now then, before I give these last two awards, I need to show you all something. Give me just a second. I had it up. Do y'all know what this is right here? On the outside, it just looks like a rock. But then when you open it up, it's full of amazingly beautiful crystals. That's called a geode. So I have two students that I want to give my geode awards to. One is Malachi Dick. He, when you get Malachi to talk, he has a plan. The boy knows what he wants to do. He has mad mechanical abilities. He is thoughtful and kind and just solid, just the kind of person you can depend on. My second geode award goes to Casey Alexander. That girl, sometimes in class, it's kind of falling apart. Like after the third person you called and they don't know where you are in American literature, or they don't know the answer to the question, and you just, as a teacher, just tired. And I say, Casey, can you give me the answer? That girl's got it every time. You can depend on her. And she has a heart of gold. She is loving and compassionate and thoughtful. And I appreciate her so much. So those are all of my awards. I appreciate this opportunity to teach your students, parents, and students. It's an honor to be your teacher.
Thank you, Ms. Renee. I think, Mrs. Bonnie, I know you're next, but I'm going to go because Lorraine can't be here. Is that okay if I go in front of you? Mrs. Hall is very sad that she can't be here, but she is boarding a plane to fly back home. And so just in case she couldn't be here, she sent her awards to me. And Alex Abbott, I think I saw you in here. Is Alex in here?
I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, good, Alex. Alex, what time is it there?
It's almost 1 a.m. midnight.
Almost 1 in the morning, y'all. Alex is getting the Student of High Integrity Award. This guy lives in India and he shows up for class. He is always there. He has faithfully attended class, getting up to start at 6:30 a.m. He's gone above and beyond. He sends lessons to his classmates in PDF when they cannot access Bright Thinker. He has continued on with his classmates could no longer participate due to internet issues. He has worked ahead to complete his studies early. He is a true servant leader of the highest integrity, kindness, and patience. Adding to this, his grades are exceptional. He is truly a superstar student. It has been my joy to have him in world history. Alex, you are amazing. We are so happy to have you. Okay, and then 9th grade class for world geography. This 9th grade class is so fun and smart. I am so blessed. I will miss you much, but you are world changers, and I cannot wait to see what God will accomplish through you in the years ahead. Nicole, study high performance. You are so careful and try to make sure every assignment is done well. Awesome job. Hallie, determined effort to succeed. Despite many obstacles, including a sick horse, you have stayed with your work and finished with a flourish. Tremendous. Trinity, positive, dedicated scholar. Trinity, your cheerful presence and careful work have taken you far. You are an influence for good. Eden, Extra Mile Award, Student of Integrity Award. Eden, I'm giving you these awards because on your own, you have tried to learn the name and location of each country in the world. You have also been extremely meticulous, not to mention concerned about doing your work with honesty and attention to detail. Great job. Zethan, consistent high scholarship. You have excellent attendance, you contribute to the class, and you submit great work. Grace, class encourager. Grace, your name says much. You have the kindest smile and so much empathy for your classmates. You are a master encourager, and we appreciate you beyond words. Thank you. Samuel, difference maker. Sam, you add a very special dimension to our class. You share your unique and important perspective. You encourage, you point out things we need to pay attention to, and your stories keep us smiling. You truly make an important and positive difference in our lives. Avery, determined advancement in world geography. Avery, you have worked so hard and produced some very wonderful projects this year. I want to honor you for your great work. Curry, your bright, consistent excellence in world geography. Your bright smile and winning ways are contagious. You've handled projects and activities with ease. You've modeled peace and joy while working hard. Michaela, determined advancement in world geography. You have made miles and miles of progress this year. I love how you text me to ensure you are doing the best work. It truly shows in your grades, and I am thrilled. Jaden, skilled history commentator. Jaden, your knowledge of history and your willingness to share with our class has made you a go-to historian this year. World geography includes history, and you added so much to our study of other countries. Vianney, Stay the Course Award. I have been amazed by the way you have doggedly pushed forward in spite of internet issues, and despite working from other parts of the world, not to mention jet lag, you came shining through. Way to go. Emily, Compassionate Friend Award. Not only are you a great student, but your caring heart is truly a gift to your class. That is why I've given you this award in a recognition of your valuable presence as a friend to all. You truly care. Audrey, Enthusiastic Explorer Award. Audrey, your knowledge of other countries and your special perspective because of that have been a tremendous addition to our study of the world. Your enthusiasm is contagious, and I thank you for it. Raya, Courageous Contributions in World Geography. Raya, I love how you are brave about contributing to our class discussion on somewhat controversial topics. You have the courage of your convictions. You help others to boldly step forward because of your example. Robin, Steady High Performance and Class Messenger. You have submitted great work in our class this year, and additionally, you've been somehow assigned by your classmates to carry messages to the teacher and other students. You are an appreciated leader. Jonathan, Conscientious Student Award. Jonathan, you always follow through on your work, and you show up even during weather events. You are someone we can rely upon, and I thank you for your steady presence. Zipporah, Determined Learner Award. Zipporah, you come through staying focused on your goal. I've learned I can count on you. I want to thank you for your contributions to our in-class discussion. Nice work. Lily, excellent class participation. You started later in the year, but you've added much to our class by your participation. You are a super student. Eliana, Exemplary Scholarship. You truly care about your work. You ask for a retry on assignments, even when you've only missed one tiny detail. You are a star student, and I appreciate you tremendously. Way to go. Elijah, Perseverance and Faithful Participation. I so appreciate the way you ask for details about what needs to be done in order to succeed. You follow through and work hard. Thank you also for your participation in class discussion. Top notch. Thank you to Mrs. Paul and all of her. Okay, Miss Bonnie.
All right. So I want to show you something. Did you know that God has great plans for you? It's true. Take a look. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. And this is found in Jeremiah 29:11. So, regardless of what awards you get or don't get, God has created you for a specific purpose in his work. Something special, something that other people couldn't do nearly as well as you, for a specific time and place. My counsel to you, especially seniors, is ask him. Oh, ask him. I didn't. And I wasted 10 years of my career doing something that God never designed me to do. And here I am, a teacher, and loving it. Didn't think that I was going to, but it's been most of my career. And praise the Lord, I finally decided to listen to him. So don't make my mistake. Ask him first. Here we go. The list that I'm about to read is full of talents, character traits, and some awards as well. So for grade 10, biology, to Selena Castillo, excellence in biology. For Janelle, persistent performer, character trait. There are some things that happen in life. There are bumps in the road, things that you don't expect, like your school losing internet or whatever else. That's something that she faced, and she is persistent and making it happen. For Katie Harmon, persistent achiever. Again, that's a character trait. Tyler Hensel, this one I have to explain. I gave him the Secretariat Racer Award. Now, if you've ever seen the movie Secretariat, and I know that that's before most of your time, just not my time, but Secretariat was an amazing racehorse. In every race except his last one, he would sit on the gate in the stall before they would open the gate, and he would just sort of lean back and sort of sit there. And then when the race would start, he would be the last horse until he decided not to be. And then he would just right down the racetrack and come in first. So that's for you, Tyler. Secretariat Racer Award. Juba Robinson is the Caring Heart Award. Juba is kind and loving. That's a character trait. That's something that you'll take with for the rest of your life, Juba. And that's what God wants us to be above all of these other things. He wants us to be loving. For Isaiah, intelligence and caring. And that's two different things. One of them, the intelligence, is a talent. And the character trait of caring also fits Isaiah very well. For Caitlin Rittman, high excellence in chemistry. She's hit a lot of bumps in the road. And still, excellent student, just an excellent student. Molly Long, Excellence in Chemistry Award. For Lucas Morero, organization talent. He really is. I admire that. I envy that because I'm kind of just not so organized. I am concrete random, and I really appreciate somebody that has that talent. Madeline Schwartz, persistent performer. That's a character trait. Consistency. That's a very important thing to have. We're going to skip now all the way to China/India. For Alexander Abbott and Annie Ixie, high excellence in both chemistry and algebra 2. Also for China, Qingqian Kai and Kar Song, excellence awards. And for Wei Qi, the most improved in chemistry. And she again is hitting bumps in the road with internet connections, but she's trying at least to make it happen. And then on to 12th grade physics, Casey Alexander High Excellence Award. For Michaela, Consistent Excellent Award. Stephen White, Mathematical Excellence Award. CJ White, Driven Performer Character Trait. And again, those character trait things, those will take you a long way in life, because you can have everything, but if you don't have drive and persistence and love and all those other things, sometimes they don't go very far. So good job, you guys. Awesome. Keep up the good work. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Velez. I think I'm the last. Is there any other teacher that needs to go? I think I've called on everybody. Okay.
No, I have a few awards, Miss Lori.
Oh, Jacqueline, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yes.
let's go ahead and go with Lori again.
Well, that's okay. I came in later after my class.
Miss Morales hasn't gone yet either, I don't think.
Who?
Oh. Anna.
Miss Morales.
Oh, and I also forgot one, Miss Lori. I'm so sorry.
What?
So for Josue Vélez, perfect attendance, which is a very good thing to have.
Good job, Elizabeth. Okay, go ahead, Jacqueline.
Okay, so I'm going to start with all my high school kids were just fascinating this year. I was so happy to have them. And my first award goes to Miss Claire Bai. She has the Helping Hand Award. I could always count on her to meet up with a student who was absent or didn't, get the assignment, and I could just count on her. There were several others as well, but she's the one that comes to mind, to, kind of work with them in a group and help them out. And she was always very willing to do that. My best foreign language award goes to Mr. Jacob Bogdanovic. He just had the most amazing, when he would speak Spanish, he's not a Spanish speaker. This award does not go to a native speaker. So he just had the most amazing enunciation and the way he would just, roll his R's and everything. He just tried so hard, and it would always put a smile on my face to hear him try to speak the language. And he actually did really, really, really well. I was really impressed with his ability to speak the foreign language. Not sure how much he was understanding, but he was speaking it really, really well. So I give him that award. Kindness award goes to Selena. She was also one of those students always willing to help another student who was, maybe out or a little behind or something. And I could always count on her to be open and working with groups and assisting. The best attitude award goes to Samantha Flores. No matter what's going on with Samantha, she was always just bubbly and just, smiling. I didn't see much of her face, but I could just hear it in her tone that she just had a very relaxed attitude and just always willing, to think positive and stay upbeat despite of the circumstances. Shelly Gonzalez, she gets my Above and Beyond award. One thing I remember about Shelly was her neat handwriting, just very, very neat, very organized in her assignments and everything. Just try to, put it all, give it her best. Most academic, that goes to Lisbeth Hagelgans. She was just on top of that assignment. Literally, she did not want to miss one jot or tittle of the work. I mean, she wanted to know why was the syntax this way? In English, she understood it a certain way. Why in Spanish was it completely different? And sometimes she would challenge me with questions that honestly, I did not even know how to answer. I mean, I just did not have enough of those deep grammatical rules, capricious rules sometimes that show up in the Spanish language. And Liz was always just questioning and asking and wanting to know why. And so I really appreciate that that inquisitive nature that she has. David Hernandez, David was always, top, finishing first, doing a very good job, being funny, creative. But I think when I think of David, I do think of intelligence and creativity and strong academics, but I'm going to remember David as the most coffee breaks in the year, because every time I was looking for David, I would just see that little coffee icon on his Zoom. So I'm sorry, David, that's just what, what comes first in my mind. And you are those other things as well, but we want to be, I also want to have some humor in this. Elijah, his brother, very creative. That final project that he turned in with a mini, I think he added some was it music that he added? Oh goodness, it's been too many days. I don't know, but he did something that made it stand out. He added some motion to it or something like that. Really was very, very creative with his project. Let's see, I have a few more here. Elena Melton, she was a hardest worker award. Again, yeah, just when I thought that she wasn't going to make it at the very last minute, the last lap, she just pushed through and crossed that finish line. Very, very, with a lot of excellence. Nicole Murray, up until this day, I don't know what Nicole looks like. If I were to run into her, I don't think I could see her, not because she didn't have her camera on, but I would just always tease her that I could just see a silhouette, almost like a figure there. And she would just be like, oh, well, thank you. I don't know. I guess she was trying to remain incognito. So I just went ahead and gave her the incognito award. But nevertheless, Nicole did strive for excellence. Again, one little grade that was not to perfection, and she would question me and ask me why did I get this grade, what's going on here. And she came in later, maybe like half of the semester, the second semester, but from the moment she came in until the very end, she just gave it her best, and I could see that in all of her work, and she did an excellent job. Jesus also gets my most diligent award. He works very hard, and again, he doesn't settle for a passing grade. He's continuing up until this day. He's continuing to persevere, continuing to work, continuing to turn in missing assignments or whatever, whatever he can do to bring his grade up, and I appreciate that work, that characteristic that he has. Miss Anna Fall, she was my most studious award. Again, she was one of those students always questioning, not settling for anything less than perfect. She also had a fabulous pronunciation of the language, and she tried really hard and did a fabulous job. And she really went above and beyond to try to understand the grammatical rules and the syntax and all that sort of stuff when learning a foreign language. And so she did an amazing job as well. Robert Lucas, I'm going to give him a most conversational award. He always just had something to share, and I do appreciate that. Sometimes, I mean, if we let him class, he will take over the class. And so a lot of times, I know teachers, when you want feedback from your students, I think Robert was one of those students. Well, what is your opinion on this event? And I could always count on Robert to share his opinion and expand it. And, you know, at least through his example, motivate other students to speak a little bit more. Alex Abbott definitely gets my Academic Excellence Award. He's always on top of his grades, getting ahead, doing even more than what I asked him to do. You know, he just wants to get it in there. He just wants that knowledge. So hungry and thirsty for knowledge, and I appreciate him working like that, very much independently, I would say. Annie gets the Best Writer Award. In my speech class, she's written several speeches, and when I get a chance to read them, I'm definitely immersed in there. And you know, she just gives so much detail that I really do admire her eloquence in writing. And again, I know there's several students that I didn't mention, but all of them are just fabulous and amazing. And I pray that you guys have a great summer, and those who are graduating, that you have, you know, that the Lord guides your plans in the future. And those who are coming back next year, I might see you then. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jacqueline. Miss Anna.
Hello, everyone. I'm Miss Anna, or Mrs. Morales, and I teach a few classes. Last year, I focused mainly on elementary, but this year I had the privilege to work with high school. So for world geography, that was one of my classes. I'm going to give an award to Hannah. Hannah, I give you the award of least likely to ever get a question incorrect. I think maybe for the entire year, I could count with my fingers how many times she got a question wrong. I was just always impressed with that. For my speech class, one of my favorite classes, but I don't think it's the students' favorite class, because as another teacher mentioned, it takes a little extra from everyone. However, I really admire each one of you. You really stepped out of your comfort zone. I know that it's hard to express yourself verbally, especially when you are in front of people. So I commend you for that. And I give my entire class, each one of you are going to receive the award of the TED Talk Award. Computers, to Casey, Ariana, Molly, CJ, Bibens, and Robert, I give you the most diligent award. Thank you for coming to class. It was a pleasure to meet you. I really enjoyed our conversations. Some of them steered a little bit away from the subject of technology, but either way, it was a very great class, and thank you for all of your hard work. Math. Math takes patience, dedication, perseverance. So I decided that, again, each student in those classes deserved an award. So for math models, Amberly and Jesus, your award is for most dedicated math students. Algebra 1 and pre-algebra, each one of you, I am giving you the award of perseverance. Culinary, another one of my favorite classes. Culinary was a lot of fun. Sometimes our recipes would work out and turn out phenomenal. Sometimes they would not work out. So we worked through it all, through the good and through the bad. But I am going to give each one of my students the Best Chefs in the Making Award. And finally, homeroom, my favorite class. In this class, I was able to get to know most of my students a lot better. We were able to play games and just have good conversation. And for this class, I wanted to give the award to Grace. I hope Grace is here. Grace, I'm going to give you the award for Best Class President. You did a phenomenal job being a leader for the freshmen, organizing things for us to do in homeroom and just making sure that everybody was informed. So I know you were also backed up by a great committee, and thank you for that. And that is all.
Thank you, Ms. Anna. Okay. Sorry about that.
I forgot something.
Go ahead, Ms. Catherine.
I'd like to give a shout out to all the seniors for homeroom. I have a great set of officers who are really taking the lead and making the homeroom meetings go. And I have some really techie people, and I give them, I don't know, an awesome award for each and every one of them who come. They're just amazing. I know, Miss Renee, as you interacted with them in their senior class trip, you'd find that each and every one of these students are amazing. And I give you the awesome award.
Thank you, Ms. Catherine. Well, I look out over this. I actually was not supposed to teach this year because I have enough paperwork to do to keep me busy more than full time. But we lost an English teacher in December. We didn't lose her. She had to go get another job. And so Mrs. Martez and I kind of flipped it around, and I ended up teaching 2 English classes, the seniors and then a mixed class, and we did writing. And I looked over all of you, and I could say something about everyone here. We'd have to have a whole other awards assembly. I love these kids. I adore your kids. I'm so excited to have them. And so I can't say enough about them, but I'm just going to notice a few of you. In the seniors, we've got 3 4.0s, Casey Alexander, Kim Arias, and Harley. I'm sorry, Casey Alexander, Annie Castillo, and Ella Schwartz. And they have worked hard to maintain that 4.0. 3.9s, Ariana Miller, Michaela Tiunite, Haley Heckman, Stephen White, and Ethan Trogdon. And we've got lots of other high GPAs, but I wanted to just notice for you to notice those 8, I think it was. Those senior, this is such a great class. They are such a special class. We are going to miss them next year. They have been leaders in everything. They've just been wonderful. And then in my English class, someday, y'all, you are going to see authors' names, and it's going to be these kids that were in these classes, not because I'm a great teacher, but because they are absolutely amazing writers. Anna Fall came to us. I don't even know what month you came, Anna, but the girl can write like nobody's business. I didn't have to teach her a thing. She's turned in paper after paper that are wonderful to read. They're already almost professional quality. Alexander Abbott ended up staying up. I don't know why, Alex, to learn to write. The boy would give me mountains of words, and I'd say, Alex, cut it back. It's too many words. And he would cut it back, and he is a very good writer. Eliana Elliser, always been concerned about keeping up with her sister. You've kept up with your sister, Eliana. I'm so proud of you. Let's see, Brody is a gifted writer. Emily did take 2 English classes. She took one for me. She took one for Mr. Hansen. She has kept up and has done a beautiful job of writing. Joy Wolford also. Lisbeth, oh my goodness. Yes, Lisbeth, she can write poetry. She can write stories. She adds the creative touch to everything. amazing job. Susie, amazing job. Anyway, these kids, you're going to see their names somewhere down the road. It's going to be on an article, and I'm just so proud of them. My seniors, their final project was to turn into 10 to 12 page MLA formatted research paper. They are not quite all in yet, but I want you to know the ones that I've looked at. They are phenomenal. Ethan Trogdon decided to write on something. He had one viewpoint after doing research. He was doing capital punishment. Totally changed his mind, and his paper is just amazing. Ariana, a gifted writer. Annie Castillo, another one. Elizabeth Reeland, Harley. All of these kids are amazing. Casey Alexander, Malachi. I'm sorry, because we've already been here for an hour and a half. I hate to take up more time. I would like to tell you all of them are so amazing, and I'd like to take the time to honor some of the kids that I don't even teach, but I have in here every day. These kids are wonderful. We're so proud to have them and so proud of what they've done. Thank you so much for being here, and we will, oh, hold it. My last award. Michaela T. Unite, who's a senior, she did the newsletter last year, and this year she just took it on and she got all of her staff together, and she has done an amazing job. And I have not had to do anything except help edit it at the end, and lots of times I haven't even been available to do that. Michaela, I'm so thankful for you and all the hard work you put in. She would like to say something about her team, and then we will close. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lori. So I am very proud of the team we've had for the newsletter team. They've just worked so hard. I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish each month, sending out the newsletters. Even with tight deadlines and kind of a crazy schedule that the newsletter can have, they've been super flexible and super awesome to work with. I especially also want to recognize our team leaders. So Ariana and Annie. Ariana is our writing team leader, and Annie is our editing team leader. They have been amazing leaders. They've done an amazing job leading the team, helping make sure everything is on the right track, pulling everybody together. I really appreciate all that you have done. And I finally want to thank Cassie. Cassie has been an amazing help. She has taken initiative. She used to be our designer, and just from all the help that she has given me, I was prompted to elevate her to associate editor, just because of the amazing work that she has done as associate editor is just amazing. Phenomenal job, just helping me in all the craziness of finalizing the newsletter each month. So thank you, Cassie. And just the whole team has been amazing to work with.
Thank you, Michaela. Thanks for all your hard work. Teachers, thank you so much for showing up. Next year, I guess I'm just going to have my own awards assembly for me personally, because I feel like I've left so many of you out, but an hour and a half is long enough. So thank you for showing up. Yeah.
Miss Lori?
Yes.
Could you please put me